Good evening, everyone.
Oh, I was just looking up Twitch because guess what? We're on Twitch now. So there's a live event. Wagner Wiles. Oh, we're on Twitch now.
I just told him make sure your phone's all
Sounds
the way
down.
down.
Anyway, hey. Let's get over just a little bit. Here a little. There you go. Okay. Everybody see my Joe Pesci shirt. We're gonna have a good up. This is gonna be fun.
That's just
And this
because
is why
my
it's-
mic was muted. I'm going to interrupt
Yeah.
you for a second. Everyone,
Yes.
welcome to another episode of Romero Pictures Heavy Metal Indie Brigade presents the Wagner Wiles with your host, Sam and Lance Wagner.
Ma,
I've
the
already
meatloaf.
The show enough tonight. I will be here if you guys need me.
We always need you, Joe.
Little orb guy. We always need you, little orb guy.
Beep, beep. Okay, bye.
Maybe. Okay, bye. Wow, we're gonna have a fun show. Shit.
That's not a pineapple whip today.
That's not a
It's just a
pineapple.
vanilla shake.
Hey, Desi Lude, check it out. New people. That's cool.
Hi.
Robert's there. Everybody's showing up. Okay, let's let everybody in here because we have. This is gonna be. They're starting this show off with shout outs. There's David. Hi, David, my hero.
I'm glad you're okay, David.
David got in a car wreck last week, guys. But he's still with us. He's hanging in there. He got a Billy to cuss at me today.
Not this week, Ron. That will be our next episode, right?
Ash versus
Ash
Evil
versus-
Dead's the show. That's the TV show. The series that was on Stars.
I thought we were going to talk about that, though.
No.
Oh,
I was going to cover all that.
all right. Okay. You got the floor, sir.
So anyway, look at this. We got some cool people in here.
Yee.
That's some Twitch stuff going on. That's the Twitch symbol.
I see that.
Cool. How cool is that? Okay, here we go. We have gone this whole time without really shouting out people that we absolutely love and are special to us. And the cool part about the names I mentioned tonight, hey Wheels, the cool thing about tonight is this is a test. So all the shout outs I give tonight, people that don't hear their name, I want them to call me out. And the next show, I'm gonna shout them out on that one.
Ron,
So
you can be on either one.
yeah.
But I think they're trying to get towards Twitch a little bit.
Try to expand organically and make this thing huge.
Nope, there
Like
it
it needs
is.
to be.
There's your connection
There you go, right there.
in the link.
Thanks, Joe. Okay, so anyway, here we go. Some shout outs. I'm going to start with I want to say, first of all, we're having a giveaway tonight. And we asked y'all to share and subscribe to YouTube. And you guys did an amazing job. I think Sam counted 78 shares. So that's phenomenal.
That's amazing. Thank
Really
you.
good stuff. Thank y'all. Anyway, so here we go. What? Oh, you can't see it though. Sam's wearing her
I got my spacing effect in.
spacing effect shirt.
Excuse the bruise, blood.
She gave blood this week.
Well, I tried. They couldn't get it, but
Yeah.
so it bruised me up. Sorry. It's not abuse.
Go get some sleep, future man. We love you. I keep getting distracted. Okay, squirrel. Okay, so here we go. I'm so proud of the following we have gotten, not through the Indie Brigade, just the little following that we've gotten has been amazing. The support from everybody. But I want to give some love, and I want to start with Roy and Lisa Rose, who we went and saw at the gas station a couple weeks ago, and had some friends go out this week and see them. I don't know if they were there, but they went to the gas station, and the place, I'm going to say it again, is Horror HORROR Genres Graceland. It's the Mecca.
For those of you that actually speak English, he's trying to say horror.
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 I'll have to have a show how to say horror. Okay. Anyway, it's where the classic 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre was filmed, and Roy and Lisa saved the building from collapsing in on itself, and they made it. You can go buy memorabilia, shirts, the best barbecue in the world, and really. Flashcards. Anyway, go see Jennifer and Ben on October 30th. Can't even see it. Horror. Oh, my wife. Anyway. Okay. On the October 30th, Caroline Williams from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 will be at the gas station. They're going to be showing her movie 10 Minutes to Midnight. That's going to be a special event.
And that's not just the name of it.
What? 10 Minutes to Midnight is the name of the movie.
But it starts 10 minutes to midnight, I believe.
Right. Okay. October 30th. So by the time it's over, it'll be Halloween.
Exactly. That's
cool. And anyway, we'll be there. So if you want to go meet the Wagners, we'll be there. All right. Okay, back to the shout outs. I'm
muscles.
So proud. Dude, wow. Hey, C-Dub. We love C-Dub. Okay, here we go. Stephanie Saberhagen, Peggy Small, Steve Hansen, Shane Bradford, and I need to stop on Shane for a second. Shane has been hooking me up with some amazing Photoshop lately. And my arch nemesis, Brian Clegg, he's giving me some good stuff. Hey, AJ. Anyway, that's the so if you see anything cool Photoshop, it's probably from Shane. Shane's making a movie, and we're going to call it Slaughter Q right now. But I think there's some tweaking of that going on. And but Shane's super cool. He's out of around the San Antonio area. Nobody puts Lance in the corner, AJ. She tries. Anyway, Andrew Beck, Sean Smithson. Sean Smithson does amazing woodwork. Dude's amazing. It's back there, over there.
That's one of them.
I'm over. Okay. Anyway, John McLaren, Gunny. We call him Gunny. You'll see his name a lot. We love Gunny. He's been just amazing for the brigade. I've got 4 guys that absolutely mean the world to me. I talk to them daily, and they lift me up. And at my darkest times, they pull me right back out of it. And it's Damon Williams, David Martin, Lance Dell, and Thad Timothy are they're my brothers. I love them. And I love a lot of y'all like my brothers. Don't get me wrong. It's just, they're really good guys. And they mean the world to me. Scott Williamson, Gregory Marks, Scott with Carrie Ann, Ron Pertee. We love Ron. If you don't know who Ron Pertee is, you're messing up. The dude's talented. Yes, Joe?
He prefers you to call him Ron Purdy.
Purdy
with a D.
Purdy?
No, I'm kidding. He actually hates that, but I figured I'd bust his ball.
I bet he's laughing right now. Well, anyway,
it'll come up in
look up Ron Purdy. He's all over YouTube. He's all over Facebook. Hey, Lacey. And anyway, yeah, very talented individual there. Look him up. Abel Berry, Jen Stone, Eric and Liz Mathis, they all have some stuff in the works. Strix is Abel Berry and Jen Stone. The Macabre is Eric and Liz Mathis. They are, I want to say, Strix is in post-production. I don't think their campaign's going right now. Don't hold me to that. Liz and Eric's The Macabre is still very much going. Look into that. Destiny Soria, who has cast Samantha and I to be in her movie, The Christmas Slasher, which she told me a couple of things about it, and I'm like freaking out. It's kind of cool.
It sounds fun.
It really does. And anyway, so y'all may have seen the post about her and I being in that movie, and we're going to have a blast.
And if I suck at acting, which I probably will, I'll just die faster.
Right over Sam's head, just turn. There's a new, you can't even see it. Gosh, dog. Anyway, because it's got the screen on it of us. It's hacked. Don't knock anything down. You've been drinking. It's hacked. Matthew Fessel and Matt Leal are into that. They're the masterminds behind that one. Sean C. Phillips is in that as well. So shout out to Sean. Make sure I know I missed a bunch of people. Let's see. Oh, okay. And then so today David Sheridan hooked me up with a video from Billy Pond. If you didn't see that, look that up. Hilarious. Billy Pond always being funny. He signed David. He was at the Odessa Permian Basin show, and David took the very first slip cover of the Circus of the Dead from the Dread Central re-release, and David got the very first slip cover signed. So that's pretty cool. And anyway, and then he had a fun little video made for me. So look it up. Anyway, Brian Clegg, who's my arch nemesis and my enemy till the end, but I still love him.
His enemy bedmate.
Yeah, whatever. and Sarah Dunn. And then I want to make sure I said something about some Pittsburgh peoples and the East Coast peoples. So Zane Hirschberger and Joseph Fidos, they're two amazing humans, and everybody tied into them. John Hale, Sable, Jeannie, God, I'm blanking on names. Justin Seaman. There's so many names of those people. Jason Buterin, who's got Kill Giggles coming out real soon. Ridiculously soon, right? It was premiered last weekend, and I'm super excited for him and the Kill Giggles crew. Ellie, Michael, Shane, whoever else, like his son Jack, everybody. I'm trying to think of all the names. And then Brett Mullen, who's also on the East Coast. There's just so many people that mean the world to us, and I want to shout everybody out, and I know I'm blanking on some now. I wrote some names down, and I was just thinking of wing it. We got Chuck Nasty. Chuck Daniels is watching. He's got his own show, the Nasty Nation. We got Terry Gerald, who's got the Drone Cav. George and Joe have the Indie Brigade every Friday with amazing guests. David Lee Madison continues to have just amazing guests week after week. Richard Grieco's got a show coming. The Richard Grieco's got a show coming. Who else am I blanking on? Dean Fernando's got a show coming. So there's just so much.
David's nemesis.
Yeah, Tiffany, I guess. I mean, she's Miss Busy all of a sudden. So anyway, if I missed a name, call me out and get on my butt.
Look,
Finally watched.
Yes.
Awesome. Yes, wait till after the credits, please.
You see, I'm going to have to revisit that because I didn't wait till after the credits. Am I missing a whole lot?
You're missing something. It's pretty important. There's Ron Scott. Hey, Ron Scott, our buddy.
Hi, Ron.
We love Ron. Yes. I'm gonna be honest with you. You see a movie, you really need to go sit through the credits.
There's too many. Even it's not just like.
There's too many chances. It's Marvel.
Marvel does it all the
notorious.
time, but now everybody's starting to do it, and it's like either something just funny or something that's going to give away something, or hint at a future, or maybe even solve something in the movie that didn't explain itself. It just always stay, and you might even see one of your friends' names in the credits. That's even cooler.
That is cool, and you might not know somebody that works on it. Libby and Matt. We love Libby and Matt. I follow them religiously every day. I'm always loving on them on social media. Make sure we shout them out. I love them so much. They're like, they love the earth, they love the animals, and that means a lot to me. Did I miss anybody on our shows on the network?
I don't know. There's so many.
And just the amazing producer we have. Thanks, Libby.
If you guys could see me, you can see me blushing.
That's awesome. Awesome. So I didn't want to spend too much. And there's Frank Farrell. What can we say about Frank?
Can't see enough of Frank.
We talk about Frank almost every day, how much we love that guy. And he's always so like, quit loving me so much.
No, he's got some
Can't
cool
help
stuff coming up.
Frank's the man. And so anyway, everybody came tonight to talk about Evil Dead. And I think why I picked Evil Dead was to piss a tie off, for one.
Maybe to annoy me a little.
And to annoy her a lot. So I will just say, and Robert Best, I did not forget you. You are the man. I love you, Robert. That dude is awesome. Great attitude. Amazing. What are you doing now? Oh, thank you.
You'll be in trouble.
Okay. The HBC. I got to make sure I love all my HBC peoples.
They always have my back. I got theirs this time.
So HBC rules, and that's an inside joke. So HBC rules. Okay. Anyway, and like I said, if I forgot someone, I'm going to get you next time. In 2 weeks, we're back.
You got 2 weeks.
Got 2
tear
weeks.
him up on Facebook about it.
That's right. Okay. Why I picked Evil Dead. Okay. I want to piss her off. I want to piss a tie off. And that worked because he was mad. He was mad at me. So I think I rank Evil Dead up there as one of the best. Gunny! I rank it up there as one of the best franchises going. Simply, and can't even state it enough, because Bruce Campbell is the man. I think Bruce Campbell he can walk on water. That man is amazing. So with that being said, what did you think of Evil Dead?
Not those things.
Because did something stick out?
Is this a PG show?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, it's not.
I don't even know how to phrase it, but in the first one, if you got wood, you were in trouble because you got infected. And the way that the first chick got laid wasn't the customary way, and then she didn't even die. Like,
Did she break the rules?
she broke the rules because the girl that has sex first is always the first one killed, and she didn't die. So I'm like, I don't know. If I had to say though, between the two, I like the first one better than the second one.
Really?
And the second one had this bigger budget or whatever, but the second one I didn't like the second.
I did look up some things, and the first one had a $350,000 budget, which to me is amazing.
They did a good job for that,
right? And then 3.5 million for the sequel. So I
didn't see 3.5 million in the sequel.
No, it was there.
Now, why was there a sequel? Because it did seem like they were like exactly the same movie, kind of different.
They were like a do-over.
Yes, like, hey, if we got it wrong the first time because it was such a clusterfuck, let's try it one more time.
Wow, language.
Oops, drinking.
Golly,
I had a dog that will not leave us alone.
oh, sweet angel. Anyway, so what do y'all think? What's Danny Hicks? Thank you. Yes, he just passed away back in June. He was amazing in that. Loved it. Yeah,
you taught me that language.
She can do it.
Yeah, she did. At first when I saw that scene, I was like, wait, did she just get violated the way I think she just got violated? Yeah. And then later I asked him a question. I said, well, how did he die? What made her die, or what turned her, or whatever? And he said, when she got raped by the tree.
There's no other way to put it.
Who does that? And I'm like, so is she gonna have like little pine trees or something?
Hey, Joe went to the gas station.
Hey, Joe.
Today. How cool is that?
Okay. So I need help here because I can't be the only one that doesn't like it and everybody else.
So you don't like them? You did not like them?
I mean, they're not my cup of tea, but that doesn't mean other people can't like them.
Well, let's see. Evil Dead 2 didn't waste a. That's right. Yes.
Okay, say that again. It was which one am I reading?
Ron.
Evil Dead is one of those franchises that changed every.
It changes enough every time to remain interesting.
Okay.
Team Evil Dead. Okay, and JD says Evil Dead 2 doesn't waste a frame of cell. Every shot is important. You can take a single frame. Yep, that's right. That is such good stuff. No, I did not. I meant to do that, Gregory. I did. I forgot.
So there was a few things in the first one, like I get on low budget when you have to do certain things, and I have to keep in mind when I'm watching this, we're in 2020, and was it like 81 or something
81.
like that? So okay, I got to put my mind back in 81. What was available to make blood splurt, or to make guts look, or
right,
those kind of things. So I have to put my mind in the right perspective.
We'll cover that.
So when I look at it that way, okay, it is what it is. Storytelling still what it is. It just, I don't know, but for what it was, okay, and low budget, okay. See, it's high. Thank you.
Rod.
Thank you, Rod. But yeah, so
the number 2 pencil.
Yeah, I kept saying, is this the one where the hand gets severed and pulls itself? Because that's the one thing I can remember about these forever and ever and ever. No matter how many times I think I see it and never. I think today is the first day I've ever sat and actually watched them all the way through because I felt like I couldn't get that time back in my life before.
I think it's like David says, with it scared him when he was younger, and it's. I think when I'm watching it and I'm younger, and I'm more critical for whatever reason. I guess I was more critical as a youth, and I didn't appreciate it as much as I like it later on in life. I was like, man, these are really good, even though they're like the silly sound effects, they're comedy. It's a horror comedy, or right? Would you say horror comedy? And horror comedy. So it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be silly.
Okay, then I can appreciate that part.
What do you mean spoilers, Sean? What does that even mean? What are you talking about?
If you haven't seen it yet,
He helped get the second one made too. That's a good point by Ron. He helped get the second one made.
but the second one,
Yes, Joe. is he
Mr.
really?
Orb,
Is he really there?
Orb.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I had the mute button on. But if you have not seen a movie that was made in 1981
Thank
by
you.
now,
Thank you.
It's not a spoiler.
I think
right?
the spoiler, it expires after like 5 years,
Yeah.
maybe. So,
What are we like 30 something, 40? 40?
yeah,
Almost
Lance,
40
just,
years out. Yeah.
just so you know, David did send me that video of Billy
Billy?
Pond from earlier.
Oh,
So,
please play it.
do you want to play it now?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. While it's still
Oh,
fresh. yeah.
please.
Good stuff.
This is awesome.
What's up, everyone? This is Bloody Bill, aka Billy Pond, out here at the Permian Basin Comic Con X. I don't know if it says X or if it's 10. I don't know what that means, but check this out, what Mr. David Sheridan brought in. It's going to be the first signing of the Dread cover from Dread Presents. It's pretty exciting. I'm going to get to sign it. I'm not going to draw a penis on this one because it might be a little disrespectful on the first one, but I am going to sign it, so here we go. Look at that.
Just right.
That's awesome. Hey, Lance, if you're out there, take a pretzel, shove it up your ass, and fuck you.
Oh, that was awesome.
Is that some love or is that some love?
He loves me.
Okay, or back.
Right. Another good info fan from Twitch. That's a good point. I think that if these movies, it's something to think about. If these movies don't get made, do we ever see those versions of Spider? I talked about that with some of the buddies the other day. Is that if these movies don't get made, do we get to see these Spider-Man movies? Maybe the Spider-Man movie gets made. It's like I've been drinking. But do we get those movies that we saw, like what Raimi put out? Because those are really good. Yeah, we're not going to talk about Ash vs. Evil Dead. Let me go ahead here. I'll tell you what we're going to do.
I said.
Evil Dead is a parody of itself. Ah,
Hey, Lance, do me a favor.
yes.
When you're reading comments, can you not read them like you're reading to yourself? Actually read them out loud so people can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, because there might
Yeah.
be podcasters listening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Please, and thank you.
Okay, yes. Evil Dead is a parody of itself. It might be okay horror, but awful filmmaking, in my opinion. To each their own. Itai. Okay, this is what we're doing tonight. Talking about these two movies right here. Next show we're going to have in 2 weeks, we're going to talk about, back then, the cinematography really jumped. Where did Terry's go? He just had it up there. Back then, the cinematography really jumped out to me. The jerky, frantic runs through the woods, for example. Thank you, DJ. So we're going to talk about Army of Darkness. So, and then Evil Dead, the reboot. Not the remake, the reboot. Very important that you know it's a reboot. So that's the homework assignment for everybody. Watch these two movies for the next show. Ted Raimi in the and the Henrietta suit haunts my dreams. Yes, that's scary stuff. Gotta love the old Delta. Sam Raimi has put that in a lot of the movies he's made. Spider-Man, Drag Me to Hell, etc. Yep.
That's Steve Gray, by the way.
Okay. Hello, Steve Gray, who did our graphic for our show tonight. Thank you very much.
Hi, Steve
We
Gray.
love Steve Gray. Oh, and we're going to give, there it is. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Steve. We're giving away this copy of The Evil Dead. You want to do that now?
It's up to you, baby.
Joe, we can do that right now? Okay.
I am just here, man. Whatever you want to do.
We decided to do this.
Okay, so in this pineapple cup is the people who shared this week. And as promised, you get a copy of one of our extra copies.
You get this copy right here.
And let's see what we got.
Hold on.
And
Who is it?
And see if it'll go into focus. And
Andrew.
Andrew.
That's Andrew Beck. Another shout out there. It worked.
Andrew Beck.
That worked. Andrew
So
Beck.
Andrew Beck, we just need your address.
You
We
won
can
that
Get
one.
your copy sent out to you.
Steve.
And thank you so much for sharing.
Look at that.
It's I think you will be we'll be talking about that.
About the reboot.
Well, how do you say it? Where's CW? Say where he said. How does he say reboot? Where he's from?
Reboot.
In Canada?
Yeah.
No.
It's not rebout.
I bet he says something different.
Woman, you're from Texas. Right? Oh, look at these cool pictures.
What?
Isn't that awesome?
I never even knew
You
that's
never
what
saw
it
that?
was. No. That is
That's a picture from
hilarious.
yesterday. Shane made that
Oh, that's awesome.
and made that one. Look.
Oh,
That's
I'm gonna
awesome.
be dead.
That's right.
I'm
Don't
not
go
the girl in
outside.
the woods, right?
Don't
I'm
go
not that
outside.
first chick.
Yeah, don't go outside.
I don't want to be laid like that. That'd be
Honey.
awful. It'd be bad.
Oh my
Sorry, filters.
God. Ugh. Anyway, so let's see. Come on, what we got?
Oh. Go.
Oh, the string.
I'm
Okay, we
doing
got
something real quick.
the tagline from Evil Dead 81 was "They got up on the wrong side of the grave," which I thought that was kind of neat. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. Not another peep. Time to go to sleep. That was from the Linda character. That's a creepy part too. I like when she does that because you'll hear that a lot. Let's see what we got. Oh, they're including the bootleg.
Sorry, I had to send a message. My bad.
There's Damon. Hey, Damon. We shouted you out already,
Hi,
so
brother.
you got to go back. No problem, Andrew. That's awesome. People really win on the Wagner Wiles. How
They
cool is
really
that?
do. Yeah.
Army of Darkness. Oh, are you? I don't know.
Bootleg
I gotta look. I gotta look
version.
into that. I have to look into that one.
There's such a thing.
I have to look into it.
There we go. We'll have to look into that. That's interesting.
Something to look into. Very cool.
So, okay, so I'm going to go back to one because, I'm like all over the place between these two. Well, no, I want to go on the second one. There was two parts that to me that just didn't fit, and there may be reason, and y'all can explain it to me, is there's like this, when the dad shows up is like this black and white thing that comes from the window and then goes back in, and then the chick that does something that looks like from the Nightmare Before Christmas or something. This
the claymation.
marionette claymation looking thing. I'm like, how the hell does that even fit?
That's where you.
Those two things didn't fit to me, and I didn't understand how they fit in. It wasn't logical to me. So I just didn't get it.
The dad was coming back to warn Annie. Oh, and I want to talk about Annie too. I'm glad.
Well,
that
I
got
knew
brought up.
I knew he was a ghost because they like talked about it, but it just the way that it didn't, the cinematography or the way that the coloring, I don't know, something just didn't match to me. It didn't. It didn't make a connection.
Well, I thought when I was kind of doing a little research on it, what I thought was neat was Annie, who was played. I looked her up too. I'm almost positive I did. Did I not write her name down? Anyway, the actress that played Annie, which I thought was, I did. Sarah Berry. She's only been in two movies, and I don't know if it's the, what do you call it, the Mandela effect when you think something's happened. I thought she'd been in like 100 movies. Yeah, that was kind of, yeah. And I looked her up. She was in Chud 2, Bud the Chud, and she was like an onlooker. That was her other credit, and it's such a big, part of the movie of part 2. And I'm like, I know I've seen her in like 100 other movies, and apparently I hadn't.
I think she just has that face that she looks like someone else.
I think she looks like, kind of looks like the one from Married with Children, the neighbor that's always pissing Al off.
Marcy.
Marcy, or is it Marcy?
Marcy.
Yeah.
Marcy.
Maybe that's what I thought it was like her. Yes.
Wow, you should really know her name considering she was in the original Fright Night.
Yeah. Amanda
Oh.
Beerson or whatever. Is that right? Am I even close?
I don't know.
Was I close, Joe? Was it Amanda something or another?
You can't see me shaking my head, but yes.
Thanks.
Good thing Clegg's not here.
You don't remember nothing. God, I'm 50 years old. I
I
forget
didn't
shit.
say my head was bobbing. I said it was shaking.
There's a difference.
SMH shaking my head. There's Stephanie. All right.
Marcy Darcy, that's right.
That's yes. Yeah, the Darcys. That's right. God, I didn't watch that in so long. We have the whole freaking series, and I haven't watched it in so long. Amanda Bierce, thank you. What did I say? Did I say was I close on that? Beerson or something like that? I got nothing. Everybody knows it. That's what I think she looks like, right? Does anybody else see that?
I said she looked like someone else.
Anyway? Okay. So Evil Dead 2's tagline was pleasure, please, and I don't know. We watched it again today, and I don't know where that was at. Where I thought it could have been was something from Henrietta. So I don't know. If y'all know, set me straight on that. The greatest part to me in part 2, and I hope you all agree with me, is when he puts the chainsaw on and says groovy. I just think that is the best part of the movie. I think Ashley Williams is the man. Great character. So look, read it.
Okay, so out of curiosity, what would Sam do to improve the films, and what would you leave be? Well, I don't really even know how to answer that question fairly, because I give 1,000% credit to anybody who even puts something out there and gives it a try, because I couldn't make a sentence interesting for publishing. So I don't criticize people's work as it accepts, because there might be a million other people that think it's amazing. Joe?
It was weird. We were losing your mic for a second while you were speaking.
Uh-oh.
We good?
We good now, though?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. So what I was saying is I don't ever want to discredit anybody's work, because it takes amazing guts and energy and thought and creativity to even get out there and make an attempt. It's just, I don't like all things. So I wouldn't know how to make it better. And again, I have to remember looking at things like I'm looking at things at 2020, maybe in 1981, had I watched it, maybe I would have thought it was amazing, kind of thing. I could look at Poltergeist today, which is one of my favorite movies, but I can still tell you every single flaw that's in there, every flub and everything else.
Flub.
There's a few.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty top notch.
We'll talk about it later. But so the acting wasn't as bad as like some of the movies that I've seen that are what y'all would call horror comedy or whatever. The acting was pretty okay, especially for that kind of budget. I did think the acting in the second one was a little bit better, but I really don't know how to answer that question, because I don't say I don't like things out of criticism. It just isn't my cup of tea, or it's just not my thing.
I love the complete gore of it all. I'm a gore whore. I'm a gore whore. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So
I love that
this
scene.
person was who?
I'm not sure who that is. That Twitch throws me off.
Wait a minute. Lance.
Yes.
You keep saying that's right. That's right. What's right?
That I'm a gore whore.
Oh, I thought you were reading Damon's question or response, and you were saying that's right.
Oh, okay. Ash was truly born when he attached the chainsaw on his stump and said groovy. See, I keep forgetting that we have, maybe someone just listening. Hi, guys. I read that one. Amy.
You did.
Hi, Amy. Hey, Gunny.
Tell Joe or somebody, tell me who was Infra Fran again?
On Twitch.
Who was what?
Infra
Fan on Twitch.
That I do not know.
They're tough on Twitch.
But I don't know who. Okay, I'm gonna say Infra Fran. I don't know who your name is.
Infra Fran, reveal yourself.
Yeah, who are you?
We wanted Twitch. We got Twitch.
To figure out how we know who each other is on Twitch. So does that answer your question somewhat in some way?
Oh, it's Bo. That's right. It's Bo.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Hi,
Bo.
So does that help, or does that make it worse, or does it just sound like, why the hell was I talking?
And Bo, give Bo a shout out. Oh man,
He's amazing.
Love that guy. So yeah, you Joe, bring up J.D. Smith's. Yes, you honestly cannot improve Evil Dead 2. It's batshit crazy, and even the parts that haven't aged well only add to its insanity. It's exactly what it should be even today. Totally agree. I think it's a lot of fun. It almost had an X rating just because of the sheer. I think they were trying to do. They said too much blood back then, which that was 87, so that's a little confusing. But they did different color blood, and they still got an X rating, and then they wound up releasing it unrated.
Oh, this is the show that we're talking about, right?
Yeah, it's the movie. Yeah, I was trying to pull it up. It was an NC-17 rating.
Right.
Okay.
At first.
But that wasn't. But they didn't have NC-17 back then, correct? I don't think they did.
I can't see it on the screen. Hold on. Rated NC-17 for substantial graphic horror, violence, and gore.
Yeah.
Is what it actually says. I don't know if anybody out there can read that screen. It's kind of small. I do apologize. I just figured I'd pull that up as the example. And
you did have boobs. There was at least one boob in the first one and one boob in the second one, from what I can remember. So you did get your nudity that you need for your.
And then when you that's a rule.
Show.
You break that rule too.
You have to have a boob.
You die if you show your.
But
boob.
that same boob is the one that got violated and had sex. Well, she didn't.
Douglas, look at Douglas. Hey, Douglas.
you got people from Australia. You got Amy. Amy Danger's here. She's unicorns really fart.
Twitch has got some neat names. Twitch is weird because I went to sign up and there's probably 6 billion Lance Wagners, and I'm like, are you serious? I did like Lance with no Wagner, no space.
So what's your name on there?
Bant Swanger.
That's his porn name.
That's my gay porn name. That's what Brian says. My gay porn name is Bant Swanger.
Keep growing that beard out, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm Sam at Wagner Wiles. Joe, do you have one?
I am RPIB_Joe. I kept it simple.
Okay. That's what I said, is we probably should have all done something with RPIB and then our name.
Yeah,
Doug,
you tend to be
Thank you.
Chance Wagner.
Chance Wanger.
See, Lance has got to get better at reading all these when I'm pulling them up and not just going, I'd like to make it even better.
I don't think about it. I'm not like I'm not thinking creatively. I got to be like
activated in that.
Itai, he said I would make Evil Dead better by making a different film. Wow.
He just wants it to
Itai, how do you really feel about? Oh, he chastised the shit out of me for picking that as the. Let me have it. You moron. Blood was green. Yep, it was, and they still got the X rating, which, like I said, I think what I understand, they still released it unrated, but now that makes sense that it's an NC-17. They can finally give it a rating. Announcer voice, yeah, I can do that. L2 is still awake. Fumes running low though. Oh, poor Lancedale. I was thinking Pretzel Boy. That's a good one. But I'm Pretzel Man. Lang Banger. Should have chose Pineapple Land. See, I don't think you guys are great.
We should have put it out there for a poll. Oh, wait. Don't say poll around you, right?
Oh, God. Could you autograph the... Oh,
that's so sweet.
Absolutely can. Don't forget.
You want it as...
Bant Swanger. Be my first autograph with Bant Swanger.
You got to do Bant Wanger in quotes underneath your name.
Yeah. Look what you've done, Brian Clegg. That's why he's my nemesis.
Him and Sarah, I think they've married up on driving you insane.
Insane.
Salty Rod. That's right.
That's awesome.
I think we're going to have, because we can change your name once you make it. You can always edit your profile. So I think we should do, we should put it out there and put it out for vote. What you get to be called on Twitch.
Can I change it? Can it be changed?
Yes, you can change it.
I don't know, because we put ours as Romero Pictures, and we actually we were playing with it, and we didn't know once we actually hit enter that we couldn't change it for 2 months. I don't know if that's just because it's our profile as a business or if it's a personal profile thing, but yeah.
Okay, so follow it and check up later. We're going to research that, and if we can, we're going to put it out for vote, and we will all agree on what his Twitch name is going to be. I think that'll
Very
be fun.
good.
From what I understand, in the UK,
Evil Dead.
ED2 had 2 minutes cut out and was released in 1990. It was part of the video nasties.
Wow, that's cool.
But doesn't the UK had stricter release, like what their rules were, what could be shown and not shown and said and all that stuff, if I believe correctly. However you want to put it, I love you guys. I'm so lucky to be a part of this. Oh, thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew.
I think that this is the best family of ever, and we've said it 1,000 times, to be a group of people that love some of the most horrific imaginations or the most graphic things the worst things you could ever hopefully not even really imagine. I mean, I tell Billy Pond all the time that he's a sick fuck for the things that he comes up with, but he's the most brilliant person, like the biggest heart, and he can come up with some dark stuff. But to have people that can come up with that and to be such a loving family and to join together and just be a family is, especially during times like this, is.
And I don't want it to come
And a
off. I don't want
lifesaver.
that coming off sappy either. We really feel that with everybody. We really, I think it's the best way to stay in touch with people. I know some people get off and get on social media and stuff. I find it's the best way to stay in touch, and I'm pulling for everybody. I tell her all the time, someone I read they're doing this or doing that, and we talk about campaigns for people's movies and stuff, and we like to talk about that, and if we're going to help out and stuff, and it's an amazing thing that we see happening, and top to bottom, we just absolutely love this community. And 1990 was the first NC-17 rating.
You see, thank you, Matt. I wasn't quite sure. I thought there was actually. Well,
and I don't know what Henry and June is. I've never even heard of that. If I have, I've forgotten.
It sounds familiar. I mean, originally, I'm going back to the 70s now, where Exorcist had an X rating at first, didn't it?
I believe so. It was a lot stricter back. What was Psycho in 1960? I mean, what do they even call it back then? Was it even a rating system in 60? I mean, Could you imagine being in 1960 seeing that movie?
I think we may just have to start. That might be something we look into, just because now we all want to know.
Yeah.
Inquiry minds want to know.
We're at that age where remember there was no NC-17. I remember there was no PG-13, and then PG-13 came out, and then a few years later, which Matt found out for us was 90, that NC-17 came out.
Well, right. Generation X was the first one to have the music parental advisory also.
Right. Yep.
I remember going to see him with my parents, Richard Pryor live.
Oh.
And Richard Pryor, and it wasn't restricted. I didn't have to be with my parents to get in, which I was shocked.
That one there about the
it was
spit
something
on
else.
the grave. Ugh. Yeah, what was that rated back then? Oh my. Because that makes you move. Ugh, not in a good way.
So what is McDuck Bottomtooth?
That's Damon thinks I'm spoiled rotten.
He always does. Remember what was it's the duck that had all the DuckTales. Yeah, where the
rich duck.
The duck gets in the vault of all the gold coins flying everywhere.
Right.
So
yeah, Damon always
every
sends
time
that.
he gets a toy, he puts that duck in the gold coins and calls him McDuck.
Oh,
Because
so
he's spoiled.
we got to get the music clip of DuckTales.
Yeah, be careful with Facebook music, remember?
Can't get in trouble on Twitch though, from what I understand. Right?
I shall leave.
He knows.
He's the one that trained us on the music thing.
Right.
He trained me too well. I'm going to look up real quick. When did movie ratings start?
Everything was G-rated. Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, it's an inside joke with Damon and I. Yeah, he thinks I'm spoiled rotten. 1968.
You are spoiled rotten.
I am?
You are.
Look at this beautiful thing right here. Of course.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh,
Brother, let me tell you, I'll work part-time for the railroad, and I want to get all the toys that you get and all the movies and shit and the trips you take. Sign a brother up.
That's right. That's right. What'd you find, dear?
Um,
Gone with the Wind was rated R. Wow.
NC-17 started in 1966.
No, not NC-17.
That's what. Oh, wait. Okay. No, it's to the left of it, not to the right. I'm
Right.
sorry. So that was 1990. PG-13 started in 1984. Prior to that,
Everything was G-rated.
there was really no rating. So you had a PG-13 in 84, and then NC-17 started in 1990.
That's it.
And it doesn't talk about.
Didn't say anything about X-rated or anything like that. Like
R and PG. It was
Yeah.
G, and R at the time, I think.
G, P, G, and R,
This
or
is-
and X, right?
The NC-17 replaced the X,
X.
rating.
Right in 90.
In
So wait a
90.
minute, 17-year-olds can go watch porn, like triple X porn.
Well, I think back
No,
then.
that's triple X is different.
Triple X is different than X.
Triple X would mean porn.
Yeah. Okay, so in 1968, the modern voluntary movie rating system was born. Movies are rated G, M, R, or X.
M
And
later
the
changed.
M later became PG.
You know what the M stood for?
Probably mature.
Pretty good. Wang banger.
Sweet life, no doubt.
It's a sweet life.
Pampered.
Pampered.
That's
And-
good stuff.
You can dive into all your DVD Blu-rays instead of the
That's
gold.
right.
That's
Instead
right,
of
Bo.
the gold. You know what? There's probably a whole lot of gold coins in those boxes back there.
But yeah, she takes care of me. She really does. She puts her foot down a lot too. Y'all don't understand. There's a lot of things I don't get.
There are a lot of no's, but there are still way many yeses.
Way too many. Thank God.
There's not enough no's, apparently.
That's right. So is everybody good on Evil Dead 1 and 2? What's he saying?
Maybe his name should be Lance Pampered.
Oh, Ted Raimi, like I think Ron or somebody said earlier, was the possessed Henrietta. And we will discuss the show for that because Ted Raimi reprised the role of possessed Henrietta in Ash versus Evil Dead, the TV show. So that's the only. We don't. I mean, there's nothing really to talk about on the show. I just want to talk about the movies. So, but the show is excellent.
I'm sorry, I'm not much to. I don't have. You have to talk about it. I just.
About what? Okay, the gore was amazing.
It was gory. Okay, so the cool thing, I really loved when it was the girl, right? Was getting like psycho axed in her ankle. That was like cool to me.
With the pencil?
Yeah, with the pencil, the number 2. Yeah, it was like in the ankle. And who knew that an ankle stab was going to turn her? But
That's one
She
thing that's
got
confusing
wood.
to me is I want to ask why would they change? Okay, in part 1, I know part 1 and part 2, what they call it, a requel. We looked it up. Part 2 was called a requel. Yes, Matt, almost positive. That's right. And the woman in red was real close. That would be X,
No,
triple X. The warden.
we
Be
all-
nice to the warden. There, Joe. I said it. Gunny. PG-13. Okay. So if anybody knows why in the first one did you become a Deadite, okay, and how did Ash become a Deadite and then go back to being normal Ash
That was in the
in
second
the
one.
second one? But I'm still confused on like why were they turning in the first one? She got the wood. She got raped. So
By wood. I think
yes.
it all had to be wood. It was tree related.
I don't know that. That's what I'm asking. I don't know. What were they
That's
getting?
my
I
observation.
don't know if anybody
A requel.
pronounced
Cop
cop out.
So
A requel? Question mark. That's from my tie. Bless you.
so sorry, it was a big sneeze and I didn't want y'all to hear it.
Anyway, pretty appropriate. So anyway, why did they turn in the first one? Because I'm trying to think if it was all wood related, which she thinks it's all wood
I
related.
think that everybody that got turned, some got punctured in some way by wood.
And another thing she realized in the second one was that they got right to it. There was no mess around. They got right to the the turning and the killing and everything. And the kills were almost identical, right? When the head gets chopped off.
And the hair color, that was annoying to me.
Yes.
When he chopped her head off and was fixing a barrier, when the head rolled.
That's why I put Jason up back there.
She went from blonde. Okay, hold on. She went from blonde to dark haired in the first one. At least in the second one, I think
It was a $350,000
whatever.
match.
You can keep the hair color the right
Okay,
color.
so Gunny's saying nature. Okay.
Wait a minute. Doesn't it all derive from the book regardless?
Yeah, the neck. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. That's what's confusing. It does everything gets read because he on the tape both times. But what I'm confused of is you could see something happens to somebody and they're turned. But I could have swore he got bit in the leg. That Ash got bit in the leg and he never turned. But in part 2, he just turned. Like he got swung around. I don't know.
Sean Smithson won the internet tonight.
That's why he works.
No, you got to read it out loud, Lance.
Wow. Sean Smithson from Smithson's Creation says,
does woodwork.
That's why I do woodworking, saving people from getting raped by trees.
Right.
Wow.
You won the internet. That's right.
Wow. That's really good. That is Sean Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Smith. That's good stuff. Let's see. Okay, but reading the book unleashes the evil. Okay, the fog. Okay, she says the fog. It's supposedly used by yes. Okay, and that's how she comes back, or Jason comes back. Okay.
Is the first one or the second one?
What are you talking about?
What you just said.
As far as
I
don't know what you're saying. I'm not a robot.
The fog.
That's what Stephanie said.
In the first one or the second one?
It's in both of them, I guess, is what she's saying. So the evil comes from the fog. So if the fog touches you, Stephanie, is that what you're saying? Both movies. Twitch is really cool.
So what I'm curious about is, does nobody else remember the Raimi cat from, I don't know, Xena and Hercules?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody brought it up, man. That's good stuff.
Well, Xena, she's in the TV series.
Right.
Have you seen the TV series?
I watched the first 2 seasons. I don't think I watched the 3rd season.
I think Sam Raimi directed the first episode, and then they had different directors after that. But I thought they did just an outstanding job.
I don't know if this is necessarily a spoiler or not. One of the last ones I saw was with the puppet.
Yes.
I don't know if that was
Ashy Slashy.
Right. Was it the 2nd or 3rd season?
Man, they're all bleeding together for me.
All I know is I love who his father was.
Is that a spoiler?
I don't think so at this point.
I think it was great casting. What about you?
Absolutely. I
thought they looked like each other. They look like each other, right?
I was just like, damn, look at those freaking chins.
What are y'all talking about right now?
Okay, Ash versus Evil Dead. We'll talk a little bit more about it. His dad was the $6 million man, Lee Majors.
Oh, okay.
I mean, how great is that? This is more a tie bashing on me.
Thank you, Ty.
That's why we love a tie.
I just love how seriously Lance takes these films. All those films unleashed, which, golly, damn it, Ty. That's terrible.
The fun part is Lance will get like all googly eyed with these films and everything, and have a love for them, and then he'll talk about some artsy fartsy film, and I'll be like,
Deer in Headlight.
I freaking love movies. I'm easy. Billy Pong gets mad at me all the time. He just like a tie. He gets mad at me all. Ted Raimi is a national treasure. Yes, he is. Ron Scott's actually hung out with him.
Are there 2 Raimis?
Yes, they're brothers. Sam and Ted. So, Sam's the director.
Okay, and the other guy's the actor. They look very similar, but the brother's a little more goofy. Right,
and Ted was in Drag from Hell. He was in. I think if it's a Sam Raimi movie, Ted's in it. So it's one of them kind of deals. Not necessarily the Coens, but I'm sure Ted helps out too.
All right, so I'm going
to Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to hit you with Steve's.
Steve loves the Evil Dead movies. So making an observation, the dagger, it's used to slay Jason, and Jason goes to hell. That second one,
The
skull looking
dagger.
one, the one with the actual bone and stuff.
I did notice that the daggers were different in the two movies.
And they did a good. I think they did a good job on both of them because there's the part where there's bleeding happening on that skull from the first one. I thought that was a really good effect. But the one that Steve's talking about used on Jason, that looks really good. Well done. Like the back and everything. It's cool. That's really cool.
I'm just saying yes.
I'm going to interrupt one more time, guys. Everybody who is viewing right now, if you could kindly go over to Twitch, look up Romero Pictures. I actually think I have. There it is. Go to Romero Pictures on Twitch. I put it in the comments. Click that. Give us a like and a follow. We got really cool stuff going on. I'm actually going to plug this right now. I think for the first time here. Nobody else has heard it yet.
Exclusive?
Ooh.
Kind of an exclusive, yeah.
Ooh, the meatloaf. We got the meatloaf.
Not only are we going to do kind of things like Call of Duty. I don't want to call it Celebrity Call of Duty, but things like that, maybe some kind of trivia and stuff, and just have a great friggin' time. We can't do prizes and everything on Facebook as easily as we can on Twitch. So that's why we're trying to export everybody over there. Go over to Twitch, Romero Pictures, and give it a like and a follow. And now I'll shut up. And just so you know, Stephanie's in the green room.
Yes.
Oh, is
you.
she?
Yes, I invited her in.
Oh.
Because I needed help.
Oh, yes, you did.
Hey, Steph.
You needed help.
I need help.
I'm getting some tea, so it's going to be a second. Sorry, guys.
Why don't you have a
only
pineapple
kinda
whip?
ready.
Where's your pineapple whip?
You know, it's too late, man. Taco Bell's closed around here.
Oh no.
Yeah, I live out in the sticks, yo.
Look at that comment, Stephanie. Did Lance just say the Raimis are not necessarily Coens? Yes, you did hear that. I wasn't making any comparisons. That's he loves to bash me. Oh, okay.
So what's up, you guys? What's happening? What's shaking?
So I need help because I don't get these shows, and I think we need someone who gets them more than me to help Lance.
Movies.
Oh, sorry.
What'd you say?
Shows, probably.
Oh.
I get shows and movies. It's all interchangeable to me.
The visual entertainment.
Yes. It says, hi, Stephanie.
Hello.
He's from the future.
I know he's.
I love that
tomorrow
shirt.
here.
I love that shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I don't. Is it straight? Because I don't know if my
it's
camera's
Nirvana.
right.
I saw them in December of 1993.
Right on. I never
months.
saw them in concert.
Yep, I saw them.
Courtney had him killed before I could see him.
Oh, God.
Ugh, that's a sore subject. Ugh.
Allegedly, and in my opinion, because I know how the internet works.
Right? Oh,
He would agree.
So Evil Dead.
Yeah, so are you saying if they see the fog or they get touched by the fog, it's nothing to do with the stick?
You know, I've read a little bit about the Necronomicon and how it works, and in my opinion, I would think once the evil is out, it's just out there. It's just cruising around, man.
No
It's
hold
like
barred. Whatever happens.
Yeah. I mean, if you get sexually assaulted by a tree, that's on you. If, a bush happens, if you fall down and you get stabbed by something, if someone comes out of the floor and gets you, it's just kind of on you. I think it's just everywhere. It just touches everything.
And you're saying that happened in both of them.
Well, the second one, from what I remember hearing, they were just trying to redo the first one. So it's kind of the original redo because, why not?
But he said what we did read, because we were trying to figure out why does one look so similar to the other.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have rights to the first one. He couldn't get the rights to him. So he basically redid it or reimagined
To
it,
start
I guess,
to go into the Army of
to be
Darkness.
able to go forward to his next movie.
Right. He rebooted it.
Yeah. So somehow he couldn't get the rights to the first one. and it didn't really say what happened, or I didn't dig deep enough to find out what happened.
We need to find out. It's a
So
mystery.
something happened where he lost all the rights to it. So then he had to move
Freaking-
the Tree 2 movement.
Itai, I thought you were going to sleep, Itai.
I can't read the comments because I'm on my phone. So
Oh, so Itai, when we were talking one night, I was still working, and they were chit-chatting in our group chat, and he tells him what our next show is, and he says, do you not have anything better to do with your time or something like that?
I just wanted to see your reaction. I do. I figured she'd get mad at me, but I think she actually enjoyed them.
they're good.
They're are they not? They're watchable. They're very watchable.
They don't suck. And
They don't suck. Thank you.
they're classics, and we have to have them, because without them, we they're my heart. I mean, it was referenced in Donnie Darko. Come on, that was the film that they went to see when he dozes off in the theater.
Right.
When he's talking to Frank the rabbit.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
what they were
one of my
watching.
favorite movies. I love
Yeah,
Donnie Darko.
so I mean, it's ingrained in our pop culture now, and I mean, Bruce Campbell,
Thank you.
be still
Right?
my heart.
He's the
And
man.
The main reason why he was kind of grossed up as much, the blood spurts and dirt and falling in the mud and all that, was because Sam just wanted to mess him up.
Isn't that awesome? They were good friends.
So, I mean,
they were good friends.
Yeah.
have
I mean, it's
been.
great. Yep.
So in the first one, if you got, because he got bit by one of these zombie things, or
Deadites.
Yeah.
Deadite. Sorry, Deadite. So why didn't he turn?
That's what confused me. And if I remember right, because we watched them back to back today.
Because he,
If I'm remembering
normal to the
right.
end.
I don't know. I would have to watch
He
them
didn't
again.
get pierced by a piece of wood is the only thing I could think, and that's why I kept thinking you had to be impaled in some way, or stuck or something.
That's a
perfect.
really good
It is
question.
stupid fun because you
Okay,
got the
now I'm
silly,
just gonna have to watch them again.
right. You have the silly effects. You have the stop action claymation type stuff.
Mhm.
Certainly wasn't Henry Harryhausen.
I was just
stuff.
going to say, it wasn't anything like.
No, it wasn't good. And the sounds are like animals. It's it is.
But on the
it's stupid
budget
fun.
that they had,
right.
That's what I said. It didn't look like a $3.5
There was like
million
two
budget.
Deadites were decomposing, and that looked really good. There, she got grossed out because some roaches were on it, and and they had the decomposing part right next to some roaches, and I couldn't tell how they did that. And for a $350,000 budget, and although it was a shitty looking effect, it was still a well done effect.
Right.
I thought.
Right.
Let's see. Bruce Campbell was recently revealed to be the original choice of Sam and Dean's older dad.
I read that today.
Wow.
and for those of you who don't know what they're referring to, please tell them.
Supernatural.
There you go.
Is that still on? Is it still going?
It's their
No,
last
they're-
season, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
they shot the last episode, I think yesterday or day before
Oh
yesterday.
wow.
But yeah, he gets to keep the car.
Awesome.
So I did hear
Okay,
that.
so funny thing is, I think
Who said it?
Itai Guberman from the future, 1 o'clock on Monday. It's 1 o'clock on Monday where he's at. Funny thing is, I think they get worse. Evil Dead was terrible. Evil Dead 2 was terrible. And Army of Darkness was the absolute fucking worst. And I'm holding back here.
No,
Wow.
wait a minute. I know
Wow.
I know a tie fairly well, and for
Wow.
him to use terrible,
F-word?
then
Terribler?
he's got to be really.
He's not wrong.
He despises these.
No, you don't
movies.
understand, Stephanie. He hates this franchise.
And a tie types and speaks like
American.
the best, better than William Shakespeare.
Yep, he sure does. He does. I thought you had to die before they turned. See? But that's not
Yeah.
true either, Wheels. They didn't die.
They didn't.
I got to
Nope.
do more research. I got to
Yep.
watch him again.
Okay,
Keith-
I
Keith-
will say, Keith, I do agree. They were fun.
Yes.
If you're not okay, so I'm totally OCD. I'm totally detail orientated. I see and I can see flaws where they shouldn't be, kind of thing. Those aren't the kind of movies for someone with my kind of thinking, and so that's why we do what we do. Is like I would probably put him to sleep with the things that I enjoy and the things that he enjoys. I'm like, why the hell are you watching this? So, like I said today, I've probably watched these sitting down, actually on the couch. At the end of the second one, he goes, "You need to pay attention to this." Because I had sat so long, I had to start doing something while I was watching because I couldn't just sit there anymore. He's like, "You got to just sit and watch."
We watch movies completely different, Stephanie. Completely.
Yeah. So,
Well, if I'm watching for like a review or for a perspective or my reaction to something or whatever, I have to watch it in a specific mindset. If I'm watching a movie, which is what I do all day long, I watch movies. No, I have them on and they keep me company. That's basically all it is, you know.
Yes.
And I know everything that I watch. I can recite it. So it's like having a friend in the room with me, you know.
I'll tell you straight up. If you want me to review your movie, I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna find something and I'm gonna like it.
Way.
Sam will find something and pick your ass apart. Ty Guberman will fuck your world up because he's so freaking honest. Let's see. If by fun, I'll just say Ty again. If by fun you mean total suffering while waiting for a film to end, then yes, they fun. God. This guy. This is exactly why I picked this franchise because I knew Ty would be so mad at me.
Yeah, Ty intentionally takes bathroom breaks during this movie.
Well, what's next though? What else does he hate that we can love?
We got two more movies to talk about, but he likes one of them.
one of them he
So
likes.
that'll be fun.
But the whole thing I was going to say is to touch on what Sam said was, you know, it's campy, it's goofy. People keep coming back to it for a reason, though. So look at other movies like Phantasm or what was that vampire movie back in the day that they always played on Cinemax, Bloodstone.
Just silly movies, right?
That had 8 parts to it, but people kept watching them.
Are you talking about Twilight or whatever?
Not Twilight. There, part 2 is called Bloodstone. I can't remember.
He's talking back.
Back.
Subspecies.
Okay.
I think it was called.
What about The Howling, guys? Come on. There was like 18 of those.
The first one's excellent.
When
After
they were
that-
in Australia, that was my favorite one.
I'm sorry, weren't there marsupials?
Yes, and that was my favorite one. That was because the Russian ballet chick was in it, and she goes batshit crazy. And then the one chick that was, I can't remember her name.
Oh,
She's going to be a
Stephanie,
model.
I used to like you. I really did.
I have the unpopular opinion.
That's okay.
Lance is
Yeah.
okay with that.
They
too?
showed the one thing with like the 8 nipples. It was
Yes,
just
that's what.
Oh man, I definitely got to look that one up.
The practical effects in that movie.
Love
were-
practical. That's very important on Evil Dead as well. The practical effect, they're all practical.
Exactly. Yep.
Unless you got the little claymation stuff, but for the most part, the blood is all practical blood.
Right.
That was Howling 3. McDuck, I'm not used to all this dang diddly cursing from you. That's from Damon. Damon is not used to me cussing. Keith, what do you mean he feels the same as I feel with the Halloween debacle? Explain yourself, Keith Hammer.
Well, anybody will tell you about the Halloween debacle, part 1 and 2, and then Season of the Witch was supposed to be a totally different movie. And then they branched out to 4, 5. And I mean, how many children does Lori have right now?
Do
I
you
mean-
guys know why Season of the Witch was Season of the Witch? Do you know
Yes.
why the
Yeah.
franchise did that?
Yes.
Absolutely. They were going to go for a yearly, and it was like an anthology series.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
everybody clamored for Michael Myers to come back.
But man, that was such a great idea.
Oh, you want to get the Silver Shamrock song stuck in your head
Oh,
again,
yes.
Stephanie?
Don't start. Do not.
Halloween 3 is amazing. It is
Let me
probably
see
one
if
of the
I can
greatest
find it.
movies ever made.
I love it.
I love that movie.
I love how what's his face? He can't do anything without having a drink.
Tom Atkins.
Yeah.
Joe
the
Ridgely. Oh,
I
wrong
didn't say
show.
that. Joe did.
It's like, we're gonna
Oh,
save
man.
your dad, but hold on, I need a drink first. Speaking of,
All right. So Stephanie, tell us what you're working on. I know you got stuff in the hopper. What's going on?
what am I working on? I'm just writing a lot. I'm trying to put my show back together.
Awesome.
We'll see what happens with that. I'm talking to a friend of mine, and she has potentially agreed to co-host with me. So
Awesome.
that'll be fun. I want to get back into doing my my riffs of movies and, kind of do them a little live, and see what happens with that. So,
and we can find you on all the social medias, right? Even Twitch.
yeah,
now.
yeah, especially on Twitch now. 'Cause,
Awesome.
You know, I mean, that's just I don't like change, but I appreciate Twitch because it was a lot of fun. So I
There
think
you
that's
go.
where I'll be hanging
Awesome.
henceforth, and Facebook,
Awesome.
obviously, because you know it
It's
is
a
what it
great surprise you joining us tonight. That's so cool.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. I mean, I'm glad to be available. I mean, I was
We
just
love you.
rearranging my living room. That was it. So
We love
Heck
you.
yeah.
Big supporter of the brigade, and we love you for that.
thanks, guys. I love you back.
We love you, Stephanie.
Thank
Have a great
you.
You got
night.
me well.
You too.
Bye.
It's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking.
Stop.
Be in front of your TV sets for the horathon. And remember the big giveaway at 9. Don't miss it. And don't forget to wear your masks. The clock is ticking. It's almost time.
Love that. I love that.
Ain't I a stinker?
She's gonna be like, oh, I gotta go to bed now. I'm like sleeping. In
We're
my-
going to talk about Halloween 3 one show, and we can talk about that for hours.
David,
David, are you really behind on this? Or is
wants
he
to
just
know,
joking?
What is this Twitch you speak of?
I wonder if he's joking.
Okay, David, in case you're not joking, there's a link in the comments
Joe
that
just put it
Joe
up.
just posted. If you please kindly click there, say follow, and then you can make a profile. And then if you click on the little 3 dots, you can friend people. If you make a profile, you got to figure out their names because they're not our normal names. Then you become friends, and it's got some cool stuff that we all don't understand yet, and we're all figuring out and learning it. And come on over there, come join us. Itai, we need a suggestion. We're gonna have an Itai night where we discuss a show that Itai thinks is good.
And I'm going to hammer it. I'm
Oh,
going to knock that shit out of the park.
I know the perfect movie.
Which one?
Showgirls.
Oh, if he likes showgirls, we got problems. He better not like showgirls. Oh, man. Hey, Joe, just real quick, I want to tell you thank you for all that you do for the network, because, and I know that's part of the shout outs from earlier. I just, you do so much, and I don't think people really realize the man's working all the time to help us out, and he really helps a lot. Y'all don't know. Behind the scenes stuff is crazy. So
Keeping us in line is tough by
big
itself,
time.
and there's more of us.
I appreciate that.
big
very
time.
So thank you.
And also real quick, Joe, I'm sorry. Everyone that I shouted out, please know from the bottom of our hearts, we talk about you guys. She's working from home. So before I go to work, we talk about you guys. We think about sending all you guys positive vibes and want everybody to be successful. And I'm going to say this she has no idea what I'm about to say. There are people out there that do not like us, and that's okay. And all I'm going to say to them is, I want you to be successful. And you can believe that or not. And I had Sam I Am Mason tell me one time, and I think I forgot to shout out Sam, so I was testing him. I told Sam, I said, when you don't forget me when you get to the top. I told him that. And he fired right back. He didn't even bat an eye. He fires right back to me. Buddy, brother, I'm taking you with me. And that sat with me, and that meant the world to me. And I'm telling you, there's room for everybody at the top. And this is the shittiest year we've ever been through. Anybody has ever been through. I'm sorry. The best news you could have had this year has gotten beaten by this year. But we've all had some great things happen. And we are pulling for you guys. The brigade is pulling for you guys. I can't tell you enough from what we talk about behind the scenes. Joe, George, Terry, Samantha, and I talk daily. I'm talking daily, and it's always positive. It's always uplifting. We're pulling for you. Believe it or not, I've been what's it called? Accused of being too positive and too nice. Well, I've been called worse.
And you know what? Thank you. Showgirls is terrible. Itai says Showgirls is terrible, but not as bad as Evil
Wow.
Dead.
I will hammer you for that.
Ouch.
Anyway, we love y'all. Seriously, we love y'all from the bottom of our hearts. And what else you got? Anything?
Thank you, Itai. Yeah, so seriously, if there's any show out there, movie,
Or film.
if there's a flick out there that y'all would like us to talk about or review or debate or torture Lance with for once, would be awesome. Let us know, because we pick totally opposite things, and it would be really fun if we weren't the ones trying to pick it. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think it'd be awesome.
So anyway, we love y'all, and thank y'all so much. I hope we had some fun with this. Just want to talk about one of the story franchises. I don't care what a tie says. It is a story franchise in the horror genre. And Ash Williams rules. Bruce Campbell's awesome. That's for Shay. I don't want Shay getting mad at me. So Pet Cemetery. Which one, David? Both? Lance is still recovering from it. Enemy was awesome. I didn't get it.
Apparently. Like 99% of it.
All right.
That has to be my favorite discussion between Lance and a tie over Enemy. Doing that show, I was just totally engaged, and
They knew their shit.
oh my god.
I love that. That's the kind of movie I get into, though, because it's the kind of movie I would watch and leave and still be trying to figure it out or think about it and process it. And then I go back because I'm like, okay, so this had to mean something, and you go back and you try to find the meaning. That's the stuff I like, because that's how my mind works. And Lance's works. Okay, this is not an insult, and I know I'm mean to him a lot.
It is.
Lance's mind works simpler than mine does, and that's not a mean thing. It's just how we watch movies.
I'm like Simple Jack from Tropic Thunder. You making my eyes ring, Samantha.
I was thinking more along the lines of Leo DiCaprio in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, but okay.
I'm liking that meme from Django. Okay, anyway.
I meant it in a sweet way.
You are the sweetest.
I just like different things than he does.
The Wagners love y'all.
So yeah, so y'all shout out and tell us, what do you want us to talk about? Let's do it.
Interactive. We're all about you guys talking to us. Lance knew to fall back during the enemy conversation. Yes, he did.
He knew it.
I was looking at Samantha like, holy shit, she really paid attention.
Lance needed the cliff notes.
I really did.
But what's funny is I would tell him things like as I'm talking about it, and he'd be like, I don't think so. I said, okay, we'll find out when we start talking about it. And then the more I talked about it, because I didn't elaborate, I would just make comments. He'd be like, I don't think so. And then the
closer we got to the show, she started saying stuff. I'm going, oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, then he's second guessing himself. Is she right? Oh my God. Is she right? Did I not know this? What the hell
Just
happened?
like that.
I was
just
giving
like
him
that.
hints all along, like what to pay attention to without telling him directly.
Trimmers franchise. Ooh. We have all those.
Okay. And you know what? Have I ever seen them?
I don't know.
First
I've
one
seen
had
the first
Kevin
Tremors.
Bacon in it.
I've seen that one many times.
I may not have ever. Okay. So
There was even a TV show.
I think I remember a TV show, Trimmers.
Recent, Joe? Is it a recent one?
It's probably been a few years ago on
can't
Sci-Fi.
remember.
They may have had a couple of iterations of it. I can't remember. Michael Gross from Family Ties has
Yeah.
been in all the sequel movies and I believe the TV shows.
Oh, okay. All right.
I could be wrong. I mean, I'm trying to, I have a drinking problem.
Well, anybody wants to, if y'all want us to talk about certain movies, inbox Sam or I, and we'll talk about them. We'll do it. We'll get it going.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
And if you find yourself as an expert or something, let us know, and let's have you
Hell
on as an
yes.
expert to debate among us. And hopefully Tyler will be able to join us that
Silver
week.
Bullet. You ever seen that one?
See, what I want to see you guys do, and this is just a suggestion, do a 1 hour show of original and reboot, but multiple movies.
Got you.
Maybe 6 to 10.
Not one movie, but just
Right,
What do you
and just
mean?
pros and cons, and have people chime in. I think
Yeah.
that'd be interesting. Usually, people just do one versus the other. No, multiple.
Kind of how we started on Suspiria.
Right,
Right.
but movies that are good.
Yeah. Suspiria was good. Joe, you need to check them out. They were really good.
He's Bert. You're Bert.
All right.
All right,
we
so-
got to let Joe
Okay,
get to
on
sleep.
Twitch, I am Sam at Wagner Wiles. Lance is currently
Bant Swanger.
BANCEWANGER.
There you go.
Romero Pictures Indie Brigade. There's a link in here. Find it. Follow us. Like it. Become friends with us. I haven't seen how you see
All the
people's
social medias.
friends list or whatever, but just be watching. We'll try to keep a list somehow, somewhere, some way.
Subscribe
or
to
something.
YouTube. They're all just look up RPIB.
And we are, if y'all have friends, we all have like a couple thousand friends on our friends list. Invite a couple thousand of your friends to like Romero Pictures Indie Brigade.
not
Because if all of
spam.
us got some of our friends to like it, we can
You
get
won't
our
get in
likes
trouble
up
for
there.
spamming. Just do it.
Just do it.
We love you, Damon. All right. Well, here we go.
All right.
We love-
Wagner's out.
Wagner Wiles out.
Love
Bye,
you
guys.